Hey, thanks for joining me, Evan Messman from Pro Attitudes, a health, wellness, and mindset coaching business for Wednesday Wise. Finding your Wednesday Wise. Hey, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Evan Messman, and I am a health, wellness, and mindset coach. I really work with busy, successful professionals who are really great at taking care of their business at the expense of taking care of themselves. So, what do? I help them exercise their attitude muscle, one action at a time. So, today, what are we going to be talking about? Finding your why. Well, last week, we talked about your attitude muscle. I talk about attitude muscle a lot. Attitude muscle is your awareness, just being a fly on the wall, having a compelling vision, being able to see where you want to go, and then it's about really using your internal compass to decide, well, what's the best way to get there so you don't break the rules along the way, and you're aligning your values with your principles. And the last one is taking action. It's just putting one foot in step in front of the other. So those are the four attitude muscles that I work with. And the idea is to exercise those attitude muscles so that your commitments become greater than your compulsions. And that's really one of the things that I do when I coach people. And it's an amazing process that you really have to do one action or one choice at a time, because change has to feel good. If change doesn't feel good, it's not going to be lasting. I'll give you a great example. You go to the gym and you work out, making up for a couple of months, a couple of years of not working out, and you come home and you are so sore you can barely lift the cup. Here's my water bottle. You can barely do that. It hurts your arms so badly you can't get up and down the stairs. Now, you might stay with it, but think about that negative reinforcement. That pain is not going to keep you on track. Now, what if you started with a tiny, small step? Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to do 10 push-ups, or I'm going to do 30 seconds of walking to the end of the block and back, or a minute or two. And that's it. Well, that's enough. And then you have to celebrate. It has to feel good. Change has to feel good. Well, what are we going to talk about today? I want to talk to you about something that has been an issue for a lot of my clients over the years. It's something that we call the drama triangle. I don't know if any of you know it. Do any of you know what the drama triangle is? Why don't you put it in the chat? Give me a thumbs up if you know what the drama triangle is, or a yes, or a no if you don't. Oh, by the way, I want to know if you're here live, so do me a hashtag live right now, or do a hashtag replay and hit it a couple of times, because that's a great way of spreading this out to more people so they can learn from this and get to hear what I'm coaching about. And remember that if you like this, at the end of this session, what I'm going to do is in the comment section, I'll put a link so that you can schedule a one-on-one with me. Nothing better than what I love doing is being able to connect with people who find this valuable, and then I can show you how my program works. Okay, so let's get back to your finding your Wednesday why. We're talking about the drama triangle. Well, we talked about that attitude muscle, right? In that attitude muscle, one of the most important parts of that attitude muscle is compelling vision, which is being able to say, I'm going to do things that are really aligned with what's most important to me. So I'm aligning what I'm doing with what is important to me versus something outside of myself. For instance, I'm going to do that because my wife told me to do it, or my parents told me to do it, or my boss told me to do it. Oh, you better listen to your boss. But part of this is a lot of times we make decisions that are external, not internal. We want to focus on what is internal, because those are the things that are connected to our why. When I say drama triangle, well, we make decisions when we communicate with other people ineffectively, because one of the things we want to do is communicate with people, but if we can't get them to see our point of view, we'll play a game. And one of the games is the drama triangle. Now, what do I mean? Well, let's stop the drama by looking at this example. If you were a person who, let's say your son forgot to take out the garbage, and you go to your son and go, this is your chore. You should be taking out the garbage. Now your son's the victim. You're the persecutor. Okay? Now what are you going to do? You're going to flip from being the persecutor to the hero. Okay, I'll take it out today because we got to get the garbage out, but will you do it next time? Part of what happens is in this triangle, okay? Well, let's flip it upside down. In this triangle, we are constantly flipping between all the different points, between being the persecutor, being the victim, and then being the rescuer. Why do I call it the hero, the rescuer? Because you're not really helping that person other than for that one time. It's kind of like that mantra that says, teach them how, give them a fish, they'll eat for a day. Teach them how to fish, they'll eat for a lifetime. And it's the same kind of thing. So part of what we want you to do is to focus, when you're a rescuer, you want to focus on the belief systems of somebody. And likewise, if you're a victim, that person needs to come out from being reactive to saying, you know what, you can do this. You need to coach them. If you're a persecutor, instead of persecuting them, you want, or being the villain, they like to call it the villain, you want to coach them and say, hey, I want you to see how you can do this. There are opportunities. So part of this is first being aware that we are in a drama triangle. All of us, including myself, we're constantly in this drama triangle. And what we want to do is step out and stop the drama. Because when you're in that triangle of drama, you will be stuck there. And it's a constant tug and war that will not go away unless you step out of it and you drop the rope. In a tug of war, if you drop the rope, you're not going to be getting any resistance. You can pull all you want. There's no resistance. If you're constantly pulling and tugging back and forth, you're going to see that you're going to continue with that fight. So part of what I want you to do is I want you to think about taking and allowing the victim. The victim can be the survivor or the thriver. How? He's an underdog. We want him to, let's let the victim be the hero. Okay, himself, not us. Let him figure out, what does he need? Does he need grit? Does he need resilience? Does he need perseverance? Does he need encouragement? Get them to focus on what they want, and then get them to write it down, and then hold them accountable. Now, for the person who's the villain or the persecutor, or they like to call the bully or the blamer, that's the person we want you to switch from being attacking somebody to being more of a challenger and being assertive. To say, you know what? State your boundaries. Don't jump at that person. Listen instead of reacting. And then set the expectations. And also, for a child, that works really well is provide choices, especially 2 choices, so that you don't end up with a child who's also in the drama triangle. And lastly, if you are the rescuer, okay, or the hero, we want you to be, instead of being an enabler, we want you to work on being a coach and be more empathetic. So I want you to set your boundaries also. I want you to work on support and what that looks like by asking, what does support look like? What do you need? How can I help? Instead of just solving the problem, say, how can I help? And then reaffirming and being empathetic, listening and understanding. And also provide choices for that person. So that gets you out of being what I call reactive and being proactive. It also will help the other person to stop reacting. It'll stop that drama triangle, that constant persecution, constant rescuing, constant victim, and flipping back and forth. Amazing things happen when you become aware of the drama triangle. And if you want to learn more about it, let me know and DM me. Now, did you find that valuable? Give me a little heart emoji, or you can give me some dollar signs. I like dollars. Otherwise, realize that I'm here every Wednesday at 1 o'clock for about 10 minutes to give you your Wednesday why. Go make it a great day, and don't forget that you can change if you try, but make it one choice at a time. Okay? Your attitude muscle, exercise it one choice at a time. Change has to feel good. Go make it a great week.